two microphones,
two Amandas,
and some seriously entertaining tales. I'm Amanda Wedekamp.
And I'm Amanda Stanzione.
We know stories connect us all.
And we realize we have a mountain of stories to share. So buckle up.
And brace yourself for a wild ride.
Because we've got a lot to say and probably too much to share. All right, Amanda, you just got back from the Olympics.
I sure did, and I wasn't competing.
Oh,
in case there was some confusion.
Yes, you know what? That's still hilarious to me. Could you just tell that story real quick?
So when I was preparing to volunteer for the Olympics, there was some testing that you have to do and some training. So I happened to be with my mom, and I told her, hey, like tomorrow I have to do my Olympic training, and so I'm not going to be able to do, the things we had planned. And she's like, what are you training for? And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, are you doing a race or something? And I'm like, Mom, what is happening? I'm not doing an Olympic race.
That makes me laugh so hard because she was serious.
She was dead serious.
She was dead serious.
I am the closest person to my mother. Like, she knows everything in my life, everything happening, but in her brain, she's like, Olympic training, what's happening?
And it's not even like you're a marathoner. Do you know what I mean? Like if you were running marathons or sprints, and then she was like, well, I don't know. Did she get so good that now she's in the Olympics? Yes. I mean, even that, I'd be like, okay, she's crazy. Love her. But the fact that she really was like,
she was dead serious. And then she goes, well, I didn't know if you and your friends were doing some kind of Olympic run.
Wow. Gosh.
Love it.
I love her.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, we have a lot of questions from our followers and listeners.
Yes, we do.
I'm going to pepper you with a few questions at once and then let you take it. Okay. All right. So how did you even decide to do this? Did you ever consider just taking a vacation to Italy rather than volunteering, and what motivated you to apply, and have you done similar volunteer work before? Okay. And if you need me to go back to those,
yes. I will try to answer all of them. So the first one is, how did I decide to do this?
Yes.
We have friends in France, and one of them was a volunteer for the Paris Olympics in 2024.
Okay.
And I didn't even know this was an option, that you could volunteer for the Olympics.
I didn't either.
So, of course, I asked him, like a private investigator, all of my questions.
Of course.
And he basically was like, look, if you want to do this, the next ones are in Italy, and you need to apply as soon as the application comes out, which is coming up. So that was September of 24.
24, that's right. Yes.
It's a long time ago. Applied in September of 2024. Now, Jim and I had vacationed in Italy, actually.
Oh, you had?
Yes. I mean, right around this time that we were talking to our French friends. So we went to Italy in early September, and then we went to France to see our friends. I had been to Milan with this trip.
Oh, okay.
And they actually had the Olympic rings up, and I took a picture knowing, like, oh my gosh, this could be something I do. Yes,
I love that so much.
So I have that picture, and then I recreated that picture when I was volunteering.
That's great.
So in terms of why I chose to do this, one of the things that I love is learning about other cultures.
Yes.
But for me, that doesn't mean touring buildings, hearing about churches, looking at art. Like, that's just not...
That's not your jam.
That's not how I learn about people. Mm-hmm. And I knew if I could immerse myself into this culture, I would learn so much about Italian people and the culture. Yeah. So that is why I chose to do it.
Okay. Love that.
That's, the main thing.
Now, have you done any volunteer work like that?
Very good.
Yeah.
No, I've never volunteered at any kind of large sporting event like this. Of course, I volunteered for my kids' activities and all of those things. When I was in college for one semester, I was the volleyball manager, which was a volunteer position. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So, that kind of thing. That's great. I've never done like large scale organized volunteering.
And like major sporting events.
Major.
Like this is like, you didn't just start at, hey, a baseball game or a football game in my hometown. I'm just going to go to the Olympics.
Yes.
Like the world is celebrated.
Yes.
Okay. Talk to us about where you stayed, housing. Did they find it for you? How did that work?
Yes, I got this question often. And the shortest answer is no. That's another thing that I need to kind of differentiate, because this was something I learned. So the Olympic sports and events are put on by the IOC. So that's the Olympic International Committee.
Okay.
International Olympic Committee.
Gotcha.
Okay. the organization of the opening ceremonies, the volunteers, the venues, that's run by the country.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
their organization was called Milano-Cortina.
Okay.
So you'll see, like, on the jacket I'm wearing, if you're on our YouTube, you can see it.
Fabulous,
it says,
by the way.
Thank you. It says Milano-Cortina.
Okay.
That is the name of the organization that organizes the volunteers. So when you're applying, you're not applying to the International Olympic Committee.
Makes
IOC.
sense.
Yeah,
that makes
You're
sense.
applying to Milano-Cortina.
Okay.
So Milano-Cortina did not provide housing. Now, I have read some other accounts where different countries potentially have provided housing.
Okay.
They do that, I think, because they don't have enough people interested in volunteering.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So for Milano-Cortina, 130,000 people applied.
Oh my gosh.
And they picked 18,000.
And of course you were one of the 18,000. I mean, because you're so fabulous.
Thank you.
I love it. They'd be crazy not to have chosen
Well,
you.
thank you. Thank you. So that was, I think, the reason they didn't provide housing, because they didn't need to. They had a gigantic pool of applicants.
Yeah, who wouldn't want to go to
And
Italy?
the interesting thing is, I was notified in October that I was a reserve volunteer, which means, we are definitely interested in you, but we don't have a placement for you.
Okay.
And who knows if one of the reasons I got a placement is because someone pulled out because they didn't want to pay for housing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know
Like,
what you
can
mean. You're not
speculate all
right,
day,
right. Who knows? It
but
could be a number of things.
It is interesting because there are a lot of people who want this opportunity and they're willing to do what it takes.
Yeah. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So tell us about your housing.
Okay.
Like, you found it on your own. Like, how did that happen?
I totally did. So once I was put on reserve, I went ahead and started scoping Airbnb.
Okay.
I knew that I had only told them I could only be in Milan. So, like, there were all these satellites, right? For different events. But I knew for me, I was only going to be in Milan. So that really narrowed it down to ice hockey, speed skating, or figure skating.
Okay.
So I looked on Airbnb and really tried to narrow it down near the locations of those. And they weren't that far away.
Yeah.
I happened to find an apartment near the hockey arena, which is actually where I was stationed.
Okay.
So that worked out very well. The interesting thing is, though, I didn't have a lot of food and restaurant and shopping options where I was staying.
Okay.
So if I wanted to do those things, yes, there were a couple fast food and like a couple of little places.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to go somewhere that was like a lot of life, I had to take the train.
Okay.
The subway.
Okay.
But I didn't have to take the subway to the venue.
That's because you were close enough to walk. It's like, it's a trade-off. Were you going to take... Yeah.
And for me, you know, looking back, I don't know if I did the right thing or not, because I was working multiple days and it did work out great that I could just walk there.
Yeah.
You know, so it's hard to say, but there were times where I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish there was more around me, you know, because you're just like taking the subway and that adds more time.
But then you were able to be close to the hockey arena, so that's good too.
Yes,
yeah, I can see how, I mean, I think either way it would have been fine.
You have to decide.
Well, while you were there, you shared so much on social media. So tell us what that was like, creating all of that content. I mean, I personally loved following along.
Oh, thank you so much. So the craziest thing was, before I left, I think I had around 2,000 followers.
Okay.
And now I have around 8,500.
What? Yes. Oh my gosh! I did not know that.
Yes. So
Amanda.
It was a very fast growth.
Gosh.
And it was super exciting. I will say, before I left, I knew I was going to make some content.
Right.
Okay. And then a friend of mine, Stacy, she sent me a reel of someone doing like an unboxing of the uniform.
Okay.
And I thought,
that's a good idea.
I could do that, you know, but of course I want to put my own flair on things and my own personality. Sure. And frankly, like, I am a creative person. I love being creative. And this is just one way I get to, you know, use my creativity.
Right, right.
So I come back and I make this reel with the uniform and I like splice it together and everything. And it just took off. Like, it just took off. I'm getting all sorts of followers, people asking a million questions. And then I'm like opening my phone and I'm like, okay, there's like 82 comments. And now I feel all this pressure to like respond to every comment, you know?
Right.
And I'm like, okay, don't have to do that. Like, take the pressure off,
yes,
you know?
Yes.
And then I also realized, look, this is super niche. Like, I am sharing a once in a lifetime opportunity for many people. Many people don't even know this exists.
Right.
So I need to, in my own brain, understand that like not everyone is going to stay. Like,
Right.
People are watching this for a season,
Right.
and they might be interested in Italy. They might be interested in the volunteer opportunity. But that's why before I left, I made this reel that was like, look, I need you to understand, like, I'm not going to just ride this volunteer wave the rest of my time because that's unrealistic. And I was like, if you need to unfollow, like I wish you well, and I did get probably about 400 unfollows.
Yeah.
But I still think like that's not that bad.
It's
compared to like thousands of followers.
Is insane. Yes. Well, also when you watch your content, it's like, oh, she's cool. I like her. I'll follow her. So they just stuck around, I think, because of you, not just because you were at the Olympics.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so speaking of the Olympics, what was your job? And did you see any events? Like, what were you really doing?
Okay, so this was a question I got often. And I think once I explain my job, people will understand why I didn't share it on social media.
Okay.
So when people would ask, I would kind of give a general answer. And then people were like, hey, I mean, we know you're being real general right now. So what is your job?
Right.
And I was like, well, it's kind of in a sensitive area. So I was at the hockey arena.
Okay.
And I was in the events communication center.
That sounds very important.
It felt important because there were only about 25 of us.
Oh,
Where
wow.
like event services, which is basically dealing with the spectators in the event, that had like 250 volunteers.
Right. Okay.
So we're a tiny little team of 25.
I love this.
With 2 supervisors.
Are you carrying a walkie-talkie?
Oh, yeah. Totally had a walkie-talkie.
Very professional.
And basically, any communication that needed to happen within the venue went through our office.
Oh, I love it.
So it could be something as simple as, oh my gosh, we have a throw up that happened multiple times.
No way.
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Certain fan groups like to drink a lot.
Oh, no.
Yes.
But luckily you're just doing the communication.
Yeah,
not
we're
the
just
cleaning.
communicating. So we would have event services, say ECC, this is event services, can you receive me?
Wow.
And we would say, please go ahead. And they're like, there is a vomit in, this section. So now we have to contact cleaning and waste.
Okay.
But there were also things that dealt with security.
Oh.
And based on things that were happening with me on social media, meaning I've had people now DMing me, telling me they're going to be in the hockey venue and they can't wait to meet me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
I also had people DMing me like, hey, I'm a 36-year-old Canadian Italian guy and I'll be at the Duomo later today. Do you want to meet up?
No.
And I'm like, no, I don't.
Let me go back to all my reels and just throw one in real quick about my husband.
Exactly. And I mean, he was on my content.
Yeah,
so,
right. Yes, true.
I'm just like,
People don't care.
I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And I even had...
Did you even respond to that?
No.
Okay, good.
I left it on red.
Yeah, for sure.
I even had another woman who seemed super friendly, and she's like, you're in the Santa Julia area, and I live here, and I'd love to meet for coffee or a drink. And I'm like, you're so sweet, I'm sure, but like, you're a stranger.
Right.
And I cannot put myself in a dangerous situation.
Right. I'm already in a foreign country alone.
Yes.
I mean,
alone.
Jim was there for a little while to visit,
yes.
but one weekend, but you lived there for a month.
Right.
Yeah.
I just did not feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So any of those messages I left unread. But given all of this and just how visible I was becoming, because I had people at the venue who were volunteers like, I watch you now. You came up on my For You page. Yes. Multiple people.
But I mean, it's crazy, but I'm loving every second of it. Like, it's so good.
It was so fun.
It's so
and
good.
then you get like this embarrassed because you're like, oh, what was the last reel I put?
Right, like, what did they just see?
I'm a little corny in life and just, that's my personality, but these people don't know that until they watch my content.
Right,
and now I feel like everyone knows it,
Right, because you have so many new followers. They don't know the Amanda that we've seen for years.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
And then
so
even
fun.
the event manager, so this is the woman over everything.
Yeah.
She came up to me and she was like, you're doing amazing with your content. I follow you.
No kidding.
Yes.
Oh, that must have felt really good.
It did, because I wanted to be respectful of just the opportunity and the country and the culture and everything, and I tried really hard to do that.
You did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
You did a great job of that while also entertaining us.
Yes.
So speaking of entertainment, what did you do on your off time? Like, did you have fun? Did you see any of the other events?
Yeah, so that's a great question. one question that we get often was, did you get discounted tickets or free tickets to the other events?
I'm thinking probably no.
And you don't.
Yeah, that seems like a no.
I mean, they're just there to, make money, and they don't really need to fill the stands.
Right.
A few times we got last minute tickets available, but they were always in like Cortina
or
a different location that I'm not going to be able to travel to because it's like a 4-hour bus ride one way.
Yeah, not doing that.
So I didn't really do any of the other events. Now, in my venue, I was able to take breaks and go watch events.
Okay.
So that was super fun.
Okay.
We weren't supposed to film very much, so I would film during like the timeout or, just because that's IOC rules.
Okay.
So I was careful with that. One of the days I went to Verona, which is another city in Italy, and there were a couple funny things.
Just like a day trip that you went on your own. Love that.
Day trip. So a couple funny things that happened, and this very well describes the Italian people. Okay. So I am heading back to Milano from Verona, and I have my train ticket on my phone on the app. And this train is coming at 2:30. Well, I'm there at like 1:56, and there's a 2:00 train.
Oh,
so I'm thinking, okay,
I'll
can I just get on early?
Yeah.
So I looked to a woman and I said, "Do you speak English?" That was almost always my first question.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, "Yes." And I said, "Am I allowed to get on a train earlier?" She was just a patron.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And she said, "I think you are, but you have to get approval. So you want to find someone with the iPad."
Oh.
Okay.
Approval.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm walking around, and I found a woman with an iPad. And I show her my thing, and she's like, "Yes, you can get on, but it's €10 more." And I'm like,
to change your reservation?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, well, that's fine.
I mean, you're right.
I did not care.
It didn't matter. But, but it's an interesting concept to me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But I think because I don't know if the train's full or how that works. I don't know. They probably don't want just people hopping on and off. I have no idea why the reason
it's so, because I think about New York and
like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and even the what are they? The Metro in London?
Yes.
Is it called the Metro?
Just Tube?
I don't know. Tube, yeah. Mind the Gap. Even there, you can just get on. They don't care.
But this is not the underground subway. This is a train.
Oh, okay.
A real train.
I'm thinking you're walking down steps underground. I'm like, you can't just get, okay.
No, those you can just hop on and off.
Right, that's what I was confused by.
So that's I'm glad we clarified that.
Yeah. All right,
this
so
is
a train.
A real train.
Oh, wow.
Like on train tracks.
Okay. Yeah. Was it fancy inside?
It felt fancy, but it's not that fancy. It just feels fancy because we don't train here.
Right, exactly. Yes. We don't train.
So I'm like, to the woman with the iPad, I'm like, are you sure the Polizia are not going to be involved? And she's like, no. And I'm like, okay. Which there's a Polizia story I will tell you.
Okay. Okay, good.
So I get on the train. The man coming towards us is taking tickets.
Okay.
And she is coming behind me taking tickets. And she walks right past me.
Why?
Because she's not going to charge me.
Oh, that's really cool that she just was like, goodbye.
Yes.
I'm just going to.
Yep. We're just going to walk right past. So I told my Italian friends this story. That's cool. And they're like, we're flexible people.
You know
and
what?
I'm like, I love this.
I love that.
Yes.
We're flexible people.
We're flexible people.
That is a great, that's A, a great response, and B, just a great way to be.
Yes. I loved it. I thought that was so sweet.
Flexible people.
Yep. So then, another day, I need to take the train again, the official train.
The official train.
And this time my app isn't working. So I go to the kiosk to buy a ticket.
Okay.
There is an athlete in front of me buying his ticket. I don't remember what his country was, but he has a big, athlete jacket on.
He's an athlete.
And it says the country. And there's a man standing next to him who I think is his coach, and he's helping him buy the ticket.
Okay.
Okay, the athlete walks away, he's got his ticket, the man stays. So I'm like, oh, he must work for the train station.
Yeah.
So he's got like a patch on his arm, on his jacket, and I'm trying to look at it, but he's definitely being a little aggressive with me and tapping the screen before I even know where I'm going or what I'm doing. And I finally get my ticket, and he looks at me and he's like, okay, now hand me money.
Oh, he was one of those people.
He's a panhandler.
Oh my goodness.
And so I told my friends this story, and he goes, well, we are flexible and creative.
Oh my gosh. We are flexible and creative. I mean,
we're
and it's like,
people.
You know what? I stood here and I pressed a bunch of buttons on a screen that you didn't actually need me to do.
Right. I could have figured it out, but I felt pressured.
Yeah, of course.
And now I know that he didn't work there.
Yeah, right. He didn't work at the train station.
No. And I didn't have any euros. So, I mean, I had
okay, let's go back to it then. What did you do?
I just was like, I don't have any money. And he just was like, okay. I mean, he's not going to keep...
What's he going to do?
Right.
Tell you you can't get on the train?
Exactly.
You can't get on this train, you didn't help me.
I know, but I'm just like, okay, that felt like a sucker moment. But, you know, I'm not the first person, and obviously it's worked.
Right. And you're not going to be the last.
Right.
He's just going to stand there
yes.
until, I guess, people catch on and then say, hey, don't help me, I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why. So speaking of men, let's talk about Jim. Poor Jim. And I say poor Jim. I mean, he's a grown man who's pretty self-sufficient. Yes. But still, you're gone for 30 days, a whole month. Like, how did he fare?
There are definitely some stories around that. First, let's talk about Jim coming to Italy.
Great.
I know that wasn't listed here, but there was a funny story around that. So he came for one of my very first weekends, and I had already been there a whole week, though. So I have been going on the subway, going on the train, walking around town, doing all the things. Yeah. And then he comes.
You're going to show him the ropes.
Yes. And he's been to Milan, though, about 80 times. Because he used to work there all the time.
Oh, okay.
But there's new things that I did that he would never do because they're, like, super touristy.
Right.
So one of the nights we go and we're walking around the Duomo area, which is that large church.
Yes.
And one of the dignitaries had just been there, so they cleared it all out.
Ooh, that's cool.
So that was cool because we've never seen it.
And they just finished all of the renovations and stuff within the last year or so. I've watched all kinds of stuff on that.
Yes.
Okay.
And this was the night of the opening ceremonies too.
Great. Okay.
So we had a great dinner. They brought out this box of desserts, like a jewelry box.
Yes.
And they open it, and I mean, it's amazing.
I saw that when you posted that, and I was like, so impressive.
Yes.
So impressive.
It was so impressive. And of course, the one I grab is banana flavor, and I hate banana.
Do you?
Hate
I didn't know.
Banana. And I'm like, oh.
How did I not know that about you?
Banana.
You hate banana?
Hate banana.
Okay, great for me to know in the future.
Yeah.
All right.
So then we're on our way back. We get off the subway, and we're down in the subway station still, and we're walking, and all of a sudden, 3 policemen stand right in front of us, the Polizia.
Oh.
They block our way.
Are they facing you or with their backs to you?
No, facing us.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, we need to see ID.
Oh, were you like, oh, yeah, no problem?
Jim goes, we don't have our passports because we don't walk around with our passports because I don't want it to get stolen.
Right, sure.
I don't
walk around in my passport either.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you have to have your passports here in Italy. It's illegal.
What?
And Jim starts arguing with them.
No.
Yes.
No. That's when you just say, okay, that sounds, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next time. Oh, I'm sure you're sweating.
I'm now sweating because, I don't like to,
the confrontation.
I follow the rules.
Yes, the confrontation.
Terrified. And he's like, I've been here like 80 times. I've never carried my passport around. And they're like, well, it's our law. Do you have any ID on you? And he's like, well, we have our driver's licenses. And so we pull those out and they look at them. They're like, these are nothing to us.
Right, exactly. And which you told them.
Yes.
This is like, I have an ID, but.
And so he basically argues, but then they're like, okay, next time you have to have them with you. They didn't take our information. They didn't say you have to prove it.
But they were like, get this, just know.
Yeah, just know moving forward, you have to carry your passports around. So Jim looks at me as we're walking away and he's like, if you get stopped again, you just need to tell them, like, you're afraid it's going to get stolen. Yeah. And you're not carrying it around.
You know what? Is right before you said that, I thought, they're not going to do that. Like the minute you were like, okay, great. And they said next time. And you're like, all right. As soon as you left, you're like, I'm not doing that.
Well, then I immediately put it in my purse. Because I'm terrified.
You are hilarious. Meanwhile, I would walk off and just look at Chris and be like, I'm not doing that.
We're not doing that. No, I was like, Jim's like, you just need to tell them. And I'm like, And then I get back and I put it in my purse immediately.
Right. You're like, yeah, honey, I'll do that.
I'm definitely carrying it around.
Oh my gosh.
And I do blame him because I walked around this country 30 days, never got stopped.
Yep.
I'm with him the very first night that he's there. We're stopped.
Well, he's also a giant.
I know, he's a giant, and I'm like, you're wearing like a plaid shirt. You look like a lumberjack.
Right.
They don't have lumberjacks in Italy.
Right.
You stand out like a sore thumb.
How tall is he? 6'5"?
He's 6'5".
Yeah, okay,
yes.
Right. So, I mean, lumberjack at 6'5" in Italy. They were like, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, you're definitely not here.
Yeah. You're not Italian. You're not from here. Yeah.
So, but then, I come home, and everything was great. I will say, I did say to Jim, if you are preparing for a second life, if anything ever happens to me, you're not setting yourself up well.
Oh, no way. That's what you told
Yes!
him? You are not setting yourself up
I
well.
did, because he didn't have one vegetable.
What? Like the whole time?
The whole time. He didn't eat one vegetable.
He was just kind of...
He just ate meat and rice.
I mean, I guess there are worse things, but just meat and rice.
Just meat and rice.
I mean, did he made rice here?
Microwave 1 minute rice.
Okay, that's right. Because I'm thinking, wow, Jim boiled the water and then
No,
put it in
gosh,
and then made
no.
sure he didn't take the lid off.
No, and before I
okay.
left, I said, you aren't going to cook for yourself at all. And
Right.
I am not cooking meals and freezing them because I've done that in the past.
Meanwhile, I and some of your other girlfriends are like, do we need to do a meal train for Jim? I mean, does he need food? I mean, I even told Chris, I was like, we may have to prepare meals to take to Jim.
That was amazing. So he's like, well, I'm going to show her. And he put all these ideas in through Chat GPT and spit out all the recipes. And he didn't make a one of them. Not a one. He goes, I don't even know where that chat is. Then
Love him.
I get home and I'm filming the reel with the hot Italian.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I realize, I open my fridge and I'm like, oh my gosh, the pepperoncini jar has spilled all over the back of the refrigerator.
No.
It is everywhere in every crevice. It's like kind of sticky and crusty.
It didn't get spilled that morning.
No, it did not. And I'm like, Jim, come here. And he goes, oh, I didn't even notice that. It probably happened before you left. And I go, that's worse.
Right.
Because
right.
you've now been looking at this for 30 days. I'm like, you're not helping yourself.
Right. He's not. Oh my gosh. Oh, it probably. I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm going to say it probably happened before you left. But then I realized as soon as that came out of my mouth, that might be even worse.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm sitting there cleaning that up. It probably took an hour. I'm taking the fridge apart into all of the different parts. I mean, it was
because you got to like clean it.
Yes.
It's like a whole jar of juice that just.
And it was so, some of it was black. And I'm like, this is disgusting.
What?
And I was
Jim?
like, Jim, what is happening? And he's like, look, the dog's alive. What else do you want from me?
Okay. Well,
I'm alive. The dog's alive.
Yeah. I mean, the house is still standing.
Yes.
You know, nothing burned down. No one died. And I guess everybody's okay.
Yeah. So those are some of the questions that we have gotten for the Olympic volunteer update from Amanda. And we actually have a part 2 because the questions haven't ended.
They have continued to come in, and I want to make sure we cover everything.
Yeah, so we'll do a part 2 and you'll hear that soon. Yay.